Welcome everybody to a new episode of Metahumans Mondays. This is the 51st episode. We're almost going to hit that year mark, consistently doing a new episode every week. Pretty awesome. That was always the goal with this channel. We want to do a lot of other different kinds of content pretty soon. But we wanted to hit at least a year of this type of show before we switched it up and changed it. Like I mentioned, we're going to be transitioning into a podcast, and I'm going to be getting a lot of different kinds of guests on. And I will be announcing that probably in our last episode, which will come next week. We'll do some kind of a post, something like that on our social media as well. But today what we're going to do is we're going to break down the top most anticipated video games of 2022. We had a user who emailed us and requested that because we did action figures and comic books. And yeah, I mean, video games are a big part of pop culture. So we're going to break down some of the most anticipated video games of 2022. If you do happen to jump in the chat here and you want to give us your video game pick of the year, would absolutely love to hear that. That'd be awesome. And I'll feature it here on the show and give you a shout out. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Nintendo has updated their site with this, actually, so some of you might have not seen this. Check this out, though. This is definitely one of the most anticipated games for me and for many. And this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. How cool is this? Man, I really dig the art style on this. It looks very much like, like on Instagram and stuff like that. There's a lot of really talented artists that do their own, turtle art and stuff like that. They're not published. And this sort of reminds me of some of those like really talented turtle artists getting to do their take on like a cover for a video game. Pretty cool. So this is going to come to the... Oh man, unfortunately it's for the Nintendo Switch for me. I know for some of you you're going to get stoked. For me, I don't even own a Nintendo Switch, so I'm going to have to figure this one out. I might just have to get a Switch for the sake of just playing this game. But I mean, I grew up with the TMNT arcade games at what was it? Round Table Pizza when I was younger. They had all these giant arcade games and stuff, and yeah, I just used to play the heck out of those games there in the quarter machines. Those beat 'em ups. I remember there was like a Cowboys of Moo Mesa, The Simpsons, Ninja Turtles. They all had their own version of a beat 'em up, and yeah, that's what this is. It's a new beat 'em up style game, and man, this is exciting. So. Let me try to pull up a still shot of this here. Pretty cool. This is there you go. So there's a still shot. You got, obviously this is one of the boss battles. So Bebop, all the turtles are fighting Bebop here. So this game's gonna be 4 players. And yeah, the sprites. For those not familiar in video game terms, the sprites are like the characters. They look great. They really do. I've seen there's some cool trailers on YouTube. They've showed off some other characters. April O'Neil is going to be playable. I saw some hints that like Casey Jones will probably be a playable character. So yeah, this is going to come out this year, 2022. It's funny to say that. I keep putting 2021 when I mark a date on things. I keep forgetting. But we are in 2022, folks. Let me see if I can get one more image here. This one's awesome. There's another boss battle. This is Rocksteady. Looks like he has a bunch of, what are those, grenades in his hand? Then you got the turtles fighting all the Foot Clan in this one. This looks like a cool level, actually. This looks like a really cool level. I want to get the feeling maybe this is like level 1. It's got level 1 vibes. But yeah, freaking awesome. Really looking forward to this. So if you're a Nintendo fan, this is a big Nintendo game that's looked forward to, and it's TMNT Shredder's Revenge. There you go. Freaking awesome. Again, if you're in the hey, Galouette in the chat, how you doing? Thanks for joining on in. What is your most anticipated video game of 2022. Let me know. I'll pop it up here in the live. But this Ninja Turtle game, even though I don't have a Nintendo Switch, this is definitely the most. I think this is the only Ninja Turtle game coming out all year, folks. So if you're a Turtle fan, this is your favorite by default. So yeah, pretty exciting. TMNT Shredder's Revenge. For you, let's go over to Xbox now. This is a big Xbox game that's going to come out this year, and that is, it's called Starfield. So for those not familiar, some of you might be familiar with Starfield or heard of it, but this is from Bethesda Softworks, and this is essentially from the makers of Fallout 4 and Oblivion. So for those of you that have played Fallout, you know, with the little bobblehead guy, which I freaking love that game. Fallout New Vegas on the PlayStation. But here's what's tripping me out. This is going to be for the Xbox only, the new Xbox, which is even more rough because you got to have the new Xbox first off, and then this game's going to come out. I'm thinking this game's going to come out at the end of the year too, 2022. But man, it looks fantastic. And if there's anything to expect from the crew at Bethesda, is that they always put out quality work. There is a trailer out for Starfield, but I don't know. It doesn't show too much, but it's more like the shots of like the spaceship and so on and so forth. But if it's anything like Oblivion or Fallout, it's gonna have to have some sort of an open world to it. Here's a cool shot of the. A planet. I don't know what planet this is. But, that might be kind of cool. It's like Fallout and Oblivion, but in space. So you got the suit on, you know what I mean? The oxygen pack, and you're just cruising through different spaceports and space stations. Gotta be honest, that kind of reminds me of Mass Effect. If you guys ever played Mass Effect, Mass Effect's a fantastic game as well. No new Mass Effect this year, unfortunately, but yeah, Starfield's gonna come out this year. If you have an Xbox, the new one, congratulations. This is gonna be a fantastic game. You can get another game that I don't have the console for, unfortunately. I don't know. I have to debate on that. Would I rather go with the Switch to get TMNT Shredder's Revenge, or get an Xbox just for Starfield? I don't know. That's a little bit divided there. I'm so used to the days when they used to put out a game and it was on every platform. Because, when they put Fallout out, Fallout was on both Xbox and PlayStation and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? There's a lot of games that they're on all the freaking, all the platforms. Another game we got, for most people, this is the big one for them for 2022. It usually makes the top lists. But I still haven't even played the first one. And that is, some of you might already know what this is. Zelda, Breath of the Wild, 2. And, I haven't even played 1, which I heard is a fantastic game. But, Zelda, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild 2. I have not played 1. I've heard it's good. So here's number 2. This one, it usually makes the top list for top 2022 game of the year that people are anticipating. For me, this one does not, only because I haven't even played 1. So, I need a lot of catching up to do in the games department, right? Something like Turtles is a little more appealing to me. It's just a beat 'em up. You can jump on in, have fun. And Starfield, again, you don't really need to have played a prior game. I feel like I really have to play Zelda Breath of the Wild 1 before I even jump into 2. But for many, this is a super anticipated game. It looks pretty gnarly. But then again, it's Zelda. I don't think they ever really cut corners. You know what I mean? Wonder if I could find a good shot of like, and honestly, I don't even know what's going on because Link looks really different in that, he looks really different in that, that shot that you got here. This is like Link and I don't know if someone knows what's going on here. Let me know. I haven't played the first one, so I don't really know what's going on with Link flying in the air like that. It looks funny. Almost looks like he has a wannabe kind of parachute kind of thing. Even some of the still shots from the game kind of trip me out. It's like it's all takes place in the sky. So here's another one. I mean, the graphics look beautiful, right? They look great. In the chat, Galluette says probably God of War or Spider-Man 2. Yeah, heck yeah, the Mass Effect franchise is amazing. Yeah, that Spider-Man 2, dude. Yeah, that one I can say I'm looking forward to because I actually played the other Spider-Man and it was amazing. So yeah, now we're getting Miles Morales, right? So Miles Morales in the Spider-Man 2. Now this one I'm definitely going to be playing because PlayStation is like my thing. I actually, when it comes to console, I actually do own PlayStation. I don't have PS5 yet, but I was planning on eventually getting one anyway. So, yeah, the Spider-Man game. I got 100% trophy on the Spider-Man, the first one. So I was a trophy hunter on that one. That was a fun game, man. Really had a lot of fun playing that. Spider-Man 2, good pick, Galluette. There you go. There's a cool shot of Miles and Peter Parker right there. And man, this is gonna be a great game. I already know it is. I wonder what they're gonna do. I mean, Miles doesn't really have that many costumes, so I wonder what they're gonna do with for the skins on him. He has some alternatives, but his gallery of skins for costumes for the game, they're nowhere near Spider-Man's repertoire, right? So man, there's some cool shots of this actually. They're already they're like promoting it like there's a, you know what? I'm just realizing, so the Spider-Man 2 I think is going to have a release on the PS4 as well. So if you don't have a PS5, I think it's all gravy. You could still play this. That's cool. That's pretty awesome. They used to do that a lot back then, actually. I'm glad they're going to continue to do that here. There's some great shots of this, though. Wow. I don't know if they've put out the in-game footage on this, but it's pretty incredible the direction they're going with the graphics and stuff. You're able to, when you're swinging through the cities, it looks fantastic in the original Spider-Man game. So I'm sure they just have to layer in some more cities and just do some new levels and stuff for the for this new game. But with Miles Morales obviously leading the helm here. Pete Robles in the chat. What's up, dude? Thanks for joining us, Pete. If you'd like to do some gaming, let me know what video game you're looking forward to in 2022. We've already gone over Zelda for Nintendo, TMNT Shredder's Revenge for Nintendo Switch, Spider-Man 2 right here for the Sony PlayStations, and what's the one we just Starfield for Xbox, which is interesting. I'm not even sure how Xbox got that for themselves only. Galluette, there's a new Wonder Woman that was announced. Wonder if it'll be any good. There's a new Wonder Woman game, huh? I didn't know that. Let's find out here. I know there's that new Batman game. That one's super anticipated right now. It's got but Batman's not even in. Or he probably is in it, but he's not like the main focus of it. It's called Gotham Knights, and it's more like about the I want to say it's just more about the Robins. I mean, that's the best way to put it in my opinion. But it's like Red Hood, Nightwing, Robin, Batgirl. That's more of like that kind of thing. And that game actually it's probably gonna be really good because I think Rockstar's putting that one out. I'm not 100% sure. But I think it'd be the company that put out the The company that put out the Batman Arkham games, right? It's got to be the same people. There you go. Gotham Knights. Man, that'd be badass to play as Red Hood, actually. Red Hood's a cool character. Batgirl too, man. I played as Nightwing in the Arkham Knights game. I'm pretty sure he was in there. Same thing, I think there was a version of Robin, wasn't there? But you never got to use Batgirl. Definitely didn't get to use Red Hood. So this is probably going to be really fun, actually. And I don't know how it works in terms of how you rotate characters when you're using them. I'm still not sure how that pans out in this game. We've got like here's a cool shot of the character ups. Look at that. That is awesome. And the Robin, I'm actually not sure which version of Robin that is. I don't know if that's like a Damian or Tim Drake. Shoot, I guess it's not, right? Because Jason Todd would be Red Hood, right? Dick Grayson would be Nightwing, so it's probably Drake, right? Tim Drake? Or Damian? One of those two? Somebody knows, let me know in chat. Which Robin is that? I'm not even sure. Batgirl looks awesome, actually, though. I'd probably like using Batgirl and Red Hood. That'd probably be my alternating repertoire of characters. Awesome. Pete's looking forward to all of those. Yeah, every single one of those is knockout, right? Unfortunately, they're all on different. One's on Xbox, one's on Nintendo, one's on PlayStation. Hot dang, dude. You gotta like jump skip through all of them. Unfortunately, like I said earlier, I feel like there was a point in time where you just used to put one game and it was just for all the platforms. What happened to that, right? Everyone's got all these contracts and stuff. It almost makes it feel like a Target or a Walmart exclusive, but for video games. Except a very expensive one, because obviously if you want to play it just for one game, would we really spend $400 for another console? Pretty gnarly, right? So I guess we gotta like pick and choose, right? Where are we gonna go? Who offers the most bang for the buck in terms of games, right? Let's see. Buffy Love Supercat says, think the game is based after the last Batman Arkham game. I mean, that's going to be fun. All the Arkham games are crazy, though. I love the open worldness of it. I mean, that's really what you get with Spider-Man, right? Batman Arkham is just kind of like another... Oh, excuse me. Spider-Man's kind of like a version of Batman Arkham, right? Because that one came first. So, pretty awesome. Barbara was with Tim Drake and not Dick Grayson. Oh, yeah, probably. Well, we got all 4 characters here now, right? So that's going to be interesting. Pete says, New Horizon. Ooh, that was actually one of the games we're going to show here. Yeah, so that is a game that I have been wanting to play, and I have not. Shame on me for that. Horizon Dawn, right? Did I say that right? Yeah, that is a game that I have been wanting to play, and I'm gonna need to backtrack, but I will, because it looks incredible and I've heard enough fantastic things about it. Let me see if I can pull this up. Horizon Forbidden West. Am I saying that right? I believe that is the game. Yes, Horizon Forbidden West. So I need to play that game. I need to play the first one, and I will. It's got to be cheap now, right? But once I finish playing that one, I'll jump on over and play this new Horizon. Good pick, Pete. This is, I've heard a lot of good things about this game, actually. There's even a comic book. There was a Peach Momoko variant of the comic book, too. Titan, that's the company. Titan Books put it out, the ones that were putting the Cowboy Bebop out. They were doing the Horizon comic. And yeah, here we go. Horizon Forbidden West. Boom. Definitely need to play this. This is a very anticipated game for 2022. Love the text on this too. That looks really cool. Whoever did the design on the the wording on the word Horizon. It's so uniform, and then the more I look at it, it looks better actually each time. Horizon. It almost looks like an ambigram. The H and the N, the way they did that. Very, very nice. Great graphic design, to be honest. They paid that person well. They did a good job. They hired the right person. Yeah, definitely looking forward to this. This looks exciting. Horizon Forbidden West. I mean, the other Horizon game, I think, won like Game of the Year 1 year. So they've had success with it. So I'm not surprised that this would be a fantastic game as well. Extremely anticipated as well. Bayonetta 3, dude. Bayonetta 3. I remember playing a Bayonetta promo game. They had these like demos and stuff. And that game was sick, dude. Bayonetta's hardcore, man. She's kind of she's been around for a minute, right? It's amazing we're just getting a third game right now. Because it's been around for a while. The first one came out quite some time ago. I think the first one was like 2009, right? 2009. Let's try to see. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, look, check it out. This is the evolution of Bayonetta. That's pretty cool. Wow, man. Shows you how long it takes to make video games. Look at this. This is Bayonetta in 2009, Bayonetta in 2014, and then Bayonetta 3 coming in 2022. That's pretty cool, huh? It's like a yearbook photo. You know, the graphics don't, I mean, from 2014 to 2022, still look pretty, you know, equivalent. Or I don't know, 2009 one looks good too, but it does have like a shading thing. Bayonetta is a cool character, man. I'm surprised there's no like, surprised there isn't like a show or something, huh? An anime? Is there an anime of Bayonetta? It seems like there would be, huh? Seems like there would be. Seems like there would be something. She always had that cool pistol. Just, that's just badass. Bayonetta's a cool character. But yeah, Bayonetta 3. It says here, will launch for the Nintendo Switch. Wow, Nintendo's gonna get Bayonetta. There you go. See, even Nintendo's getting Bayonetta. See where you get the, when you get Starfield over on PlayStation. What's up, Bethesda? They're showing no love to the other consoles. I guess it's like their console exclusive, maybe, I guess. I guess that's how they entice you to buy the Xbox. There you go, Bayonetta 3. That's a cool logo right there. Elder Rings looks promising. Oh, Elder Ring. Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about Elder Ring. I have not played those, but it does look cool. Elder Ring, yeah. Let me see, I could pull that up right here. Elder Ring's got some cool images too. Yeah, Elder Ring. Yeah, I saw like this bit that they put on Elder Ring where they're battling like a freaking, if it was like a dragon or some kind of a beast, and they were trying to cut it off from its leg. Pretty crazy. Yeah, Elder Ring's gonna be a crazy game. Yeah, I haven't played Oblivion, so that kind of style of game, I haven't like really played it, but I like them. I dig it, you know. For a while, I had a job as a game tester. I was fortunate enough to do that. I was testing games for Activision in Santa Monica, and I was testing games at the God of War studios in Santa Monica. So I had a pretty cool gig doing that for a while, and I left it because I left the county. I moved at that time, that point in period in my life. But I remember being in the first testing group for. I was there when the argument happened between Treyarch and well, the whole argument with the Call of Duty guys, the two creators. And then they would end up splitting, and Treyarch would start, and then Black Ops would get made. And I was there when the two guys were arguing with each other. I was in one of the test groups, and then I ended up having to keep working at Treyarch testing games, and then they had me leave there, and then I wouldn't see any of the further Call of Duty stuff. So I have like this funny history of testing video games for a while, many years ago. And then at God of War, I got to game test a lot of early God of War games. That was a cool gig I had. I actually got that gig through skateboarding. I was one of the first game testers on this cool Tony Hawk game called Tony Hawk Ride, and they needed a skateboard, like a real skateboarder, to go in and test the board to make sure it functioned. And it was pretty bad, I gotta be honest. But that's why they had us in there, and to really like test it. And I guess I was just so honest with them, and like since I actually played video games, I like kind of knew what I was doing, that they kept calling me back, and that's how I got that gig. Kind of funny how things happen sometimes. And yeah, here's a picture of the Tony Hawk game. Yeah, there actually was like a real skateboard, and you had to stand on it. And that was like my in at the Activision, and I got to test a lot of games. And what was the other one that I got to test? It was the Unfinished Swan. That was another one I got to test. That was pretty fun. But yeah, Zelda Breath of the Wild got Game of the Year. Horizon came out. Yeah, Breath of the Wild, I need to play, dude, because I am a genuine Zelda fan. Animated movie for Bayonetta was made. That's probably badass. I need to watch the animated Bayonetta movie. That sounds fun. I'm sure it's good, because Bayonetta's crazy. It's a crazy game. Let me pop up here. This is another one. There was another big one release that was gonna come out here. Let's see, I pop it up here. Daylight, right? That was the other big one that's coming out. Daylight 2, which I haven't played Daylight 1. But Daylight 2, I mean, it looks crazy because you got like those, I don't know what they are, like zombie monsters or something? I'm not really sure what they are in Daylight 1. I played the demo of Daylight 1 and it was pretty crazy. Oh shoot, Dying Light. Am I saying it wrong? It's Dying Light? Is that the game? Yeah, Dying Light. I was saying Daylight, huh? Huh. Yeah, Dying Light. My bad, I was saying Daylight. But anyways, yeah, I played the promo for 1. It was pretty cool. So I haven't actually played the game, but I know that the second game's gonna come out. And then there's also a let me see if I can backtrack here so I can pop up what was let me get this right here. What was that one right there? Yes, so there's another God of War as well. So God of War Ragnarok. Kind of weird to say that. I don't know. After the Thor Ragnarok movie, I just kind of felt like they could have just came up with a different name. I know Ragnarok universally in the mythos is part of the mythos, but it just seems kind of weird to say God of War Ragnarok. I don't know. Is it just me? It's just kind of weird to say it. But yeah, God of War Ragnarok. The God of War games are always really good, though. And their studio out in Santa Monica is freaking awesome. They work in complete darkness at Santa Monica Studios. Every time I got a gig there to test games, none of the lights were on ever. It's kind of funny. And I love the desks of the guys that work there. Like a lot of the people the different various jobs they got all kinds of like action figures, and like, you know, they probably have all kinds of Funkos and stuff, but they have this life-size freaking awesome Kratos statue in there. It's like super detailed. And then all the cubicles got like all kinds of cool like action figures and collectibles and posters and statues and stuff, and like the game creators are just there, like you're just like you know, coughing it up or soda or whatever. Like you could just It's like hardcore, interesting work environment. I'll say that. It's way different than anything I've ever experienced. I remember my eyes were, I was tripping out. I was like, whoa, it's crazy. They used to give us breaks when we were video game testing at Santa Monica Studios. And on the breaks, there'd be this room. And in the room, all it was this giant fountain machine with just tons of different flavors of sodas. And then they had these like two big like refrigerators. And then just had these like pantry and just like a bunch of snacks and stuff. I'm not making this up. It was like this lunchroom kind of thing. And they would literally make us go in there to like, I guess, just get like sugared up just so we can go for more hours. And I sure wasn't complaining. I thought it was kind of cool, man. I had never experienced something like that. And then at the end of the day, you know, you'd get paid. And then, yeah, that was it. And then we'd split. And then at Activision, kind of the same thing, but after they'd pay you at the end of the day of the game testing, they would literally bring a box out and they let you take a game, like a sealed game. And I always thought that was super cool because you get paid for your game testing in the day, and then they'd give you a game. You pick a game, and I'm trying to remember what I think that's how I got one of the Uncharted games, like that. Even though Activision didn't make it, there was an Uncharted game there. And I was like, they was from Naughty Dog, obviously, and yeah, that was pretty cool, man. Cool memories. Pretty wild, but yeah, interesting. The whole industry is pretty cool, man. God of War Ragnarok. I'm not really sure the premise of this game. Let me see if I can find a cool still shot of this. There's always cool still shots of the God of War games. Oh shit. We got well, I mean, it's kind of all like the same it's weird. All the press images are kind of just the same. I mean, I found one here of like a more how do you say? Here, I'll pull this one up. It's just kind of more of the backgrounds and stuff. Not really too much they're showing off, but it is an alternate photo. It's just kind of like the further end of the. Yeah, you just kind of get the details of like the backdrop. You got the helmet on the ground, the wolves. I mean, they always do a great job with the cinematics and the God of War games, you know? The little details they put into these things. They always look cool. And then, let's see. Let's see if we can go one more right here. Games of 2022. We've done a lot already, folks. We've broken down a lot already here, so let's try to find one more cool one that we see people have been recommending here. We kind of think we kind of covered all like the really big ones, to be honest. Man, I think we kind of have covered all like the really big ones. There's other games, you know, but I don't know. I think we kind of covered a lot of the really big ones. There's no Uncharted this year. There's no, you know, they replaced. You know what? The other one is Pokemon. That's the other big one. That's definitely a big one because this one's the one that they're promising is like an open world game. Some of you may or may not have heard about this, but Pokemon Legends Arceus. Crazy name. I don't know if I can remember the Arceus part. But man, this was that game that was promised a long time ago where we were told that we are gonna get to play like the first ever like open world Pokemon game where like you can actually capture the Pokemon like in real movement and stuff. And that actually sounds like really exciting, actually. That's kind of like what we always wanted back then. So there you go, Pokemon Legends Arceus. And if it doesn't make sense what I'm trying to explain, see if I can find a shot. But essentially, like, think about like Pokemon Go, like the app that's for free, and like you have Pokemon around you in real world, and you get to catch them. Well, instead of like an RPG where you take turns back and forth, like my move, then their move, then my move, and their move. Right here, like you just in real time, you just like battle Pokemon, if that makes sense. Yeah, so it's like you're actually trying to catch the Pokemon. Let's see if I can find a good shot of like well, I was gonna say Ash Ketchum. It's not Ash, right? I don't know who it is. Maybe it's Arceus? Maybe Arceus is him. If someone knows, let me know. I'd be interested in learning that. Like what the heck Arceus is, or if Arceus is the character, or someone wants to break that down to me. For some reason, I get like Ocarina of Time vibes with this. From Nintendo 64, which is pretty random. Man, I can't really find like a. Also, side note, I think Pokemon's advanced so much from the time when I'm so used to like the OG Pokemon that like some of these new ones, I don't even know what they are anymore, to be honest. I hope they keep a lot of the classics in here. I mean, here's a shot of like one of the female characters with another Pokemon. I'm not even sure what Pokemon that is. It almost looks like the Pokemon has a mask on, actually. Yeah, pretty crazy. But yeah, this game's supposed to be pretty cool, man. I heard about this game for a long time ago. They've been working on this for a while, but essentially for those that haven't heard of it, it's like Pokemon but in real time. Like you're like legit battling them. Yeah, they don't have very good still shot images for me to post up on here. But yeah, you're basically just trying to like I mean, here's one, I guess. Still not the best image either. But at least he's throwing the Pokeball at a little monkey. There you go. So just think like that, like you're just like real world catching Pokemon. So that's pretty cool. That should be pretty fun. Do I like the characters' looks? I don't know. It's a little questionable. The Pokemon open world is cool though. But yeah, I don't know, the stylization of the characters, I don't know. It's a little I'm sure when you start to play it, start to dig it. Anyways, this was a really anticipated game. And yeah, actually this is another win for the Nintendo, right? Because they also have the TMNT Shredder game coming on. So yeah, that's a load of new games coming out for 2022, folks. So next up, we're going to end this episode here. I'm going to go with the comic book pick of the week to be Marvel's Darkhold Omega. Marvel's Darkhold Omega. So if those of you are aware of Omega the Unknown, he was a character from the earlier years of Marvel. I'd say like the 70s. And that was the first appearance of the original Omega. Now, in this book right here, Darkhold Omega is the first appearance of the new Omega the Unknown. And there are a couple of variant covers to this. This is this is the cover right here with shoot, I was gonna say Spectre. That looks like Spectre from DC, right? But it's not. So yeah, we've got this cover, and then this is, I couldn't find another version. This is the leaked cover, or the spoiler cover, what they're calling. I know this is a horrible image of it, but it was hard to find a photo of this. We actually got these in the shop, folks. This is the one that I recommend, because this is the first cover appearance of the new Omega. And that's why it was called the spoiler variant, because they literally put him on the cover. So heads up, this is a good one to pick up. Cover price, can't go wrong. You get them on the cover on the spoiler variant. They don't even show this variant when you're ordering it. You can't see what it looks like. But if you wonder what it looks like, here it is. And we have some minty copies at the store right now that just came in. So yeah, I recommend this one. And then this is funny. No one's talking about this, but I caught this. There's a 1 in 10 variant. Check this out. This is funny. I haven't seen this happen in a long time, by the way. There's a 1 in 10 variant that Marvel put out, and they They misspelled the word unknown. It's kind of funny. I'm thinking like, man, Marvel, one of the big two. How does that happen, you know? You'd think with all the quality control and proofreading, something like this wouldn't get through. Check this out. This is the 1 in 10 character design variant. And it's kind of funny. I don't know. Haven't heard anyone else talk about this. Look where it says Omega the Unknown on the bottom left. They misspelled the word unknown. Isn't that funny? This might make, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if this turns into an error variant. You heard it here first. Omega the Uncone. The Uncown. There you go. So yeah, a misspelling on the cover. Isn't that funny? Someone didn't do their job on that one. Pete Robles, I think Arceus is a Pokemon. Yeah, you're probably right, dude. There's so many Pokemon now. I'm the new generation. You're probably correct on that one, dude. Action Doll. The word Omega now reminds me of the Omega Key from Lock and Key comic series. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, if anything, Lock and Key is probably bigger proper than just Omega the Unknown in general, right? I'm actually surprised Omega the Unknown is back. So pretty cool. And this is the new version. Seems like if all of you take notice, seems like Marvel's bringing back a lot of the they're bringing back old characters, but filling their positions with like new people. So it almost makes the old appearances invalid. Does that make sense? So if you get like a new Iron Fist and you get rid of the old Iron Fist, well then what does the old Iron Fist matter? You know, like if you notice in Spider-Man, they still keep Peter Parker, so it seems like that's not going away. But some of these other characters, it feels like they're trying to give them second life and just ixnay that person in general, period, and just give a new one, you know? I mean, for instance, we got Elsa Bloodstone coming out, the new one. But Elsa Bloodstone's father was actually the original Bloodstone, you know? But Elsa's the one that really took off for that. So we're seeing a lot of that, you know? There's a new Darkhawk. I mean, shoot, don't be surprised we see a lot of other characters get replaced as time goes on. It's going to keep happening. So that kind of happened with me with House of Secrets 92, the Swamp Thing. That's a completely different Swamp Thing than the Alec Holland that you get in Swamp Thing #1. So it's like, do you really even need House of Secrets? You know, if you're a completionist, maybe, but I don't know. It is a different Swamp Thing. You know what I mean? So maybe you just want the first appearance of your favorite rendition of that character, you know? So for some people, you know, maybe this is their Omega right here, not the other one, this one. And this is probably the smarter one because this is the direction they're going, you know? Action Doll, play the TMNT. Yeah, that TMNT game is going to be fun. That TMNT game is going to be fun. I actually got the old arcade tabletop game. I got the tabletop game in a box, and I've had it for a long time, and I've never even opened the box. Yeah, it's brand new. So one of these days we'll crack it out and beat that. It's not this game, but it's like what the original one was. But I do have that. Yes, definitely. We got to figure out if we're gonna get a Nintendo Switch then. Because this is only on the Switch. I don't know. With this Pokemon game and that TMNT game, man, the Switch is looking appealing. And the freaking Zelda game. Nintendo's they're gonna have a good video game year. I haven't owned a Nintendo console in forever. This might be the year to change that. I think it might happen. So yeah, that's gonna do it, folks. This is the comic book pick of the week. Again, Darkhold Omega. We actually have these in stock in our store right now. And I recommend this one. I know there's a bad image of it because this is off the internet right here. But I'm not even sure what's going on the top of this photo of the bag and board maybe. But we have buttery copies at the store. This one I recommend because it's cover price. The other one we saw is a 1 in 10, so it costs more. But this one's cover price and you got the new Omega on it. So anyone out there, if you have a local LCS, no matter where you're at the world, and you're interested, I would say go with this one. This one probably has the cheap buy-in, long-term spec, if they really keep it going with the Omega. And you know what? The costume looks cool. It really does. Pretty cool. So, yeah, that's going to do it, folks. Appreciate you all. Thanks for joining us. And next week, we're going to hit our 52nd episode, which means we've gone a straight year. Can you believe it? Non-stop, a straight year. And after we finish off with the year of Metahumans Mondays, sounds crazy, 52 episodes, go into the details of the podcast. And the podcast, we're going to have a lot of guests that you would usually see like at comic book conventions and stuff like that. I'll be lining up people and just do some really fun interviews. I want to interview a lot of people that, that people don't get a chance to talk to, and, people that are in the industry, whether it's like directors, producers, Power Rangers, actors, there's a lot of them, musicians, video game voice artists, cartoon voice artists, comic book artists, writers, colorists, publishers, editors, you name it. Tons of people I want to bring on the pod, and yeah, we'll do details on that after our last episode. And that's going to be it, folks. I appreciate you all. Have a great night. Stay safe. It's crazy out there right now. I know everyone's getting sick. Take care of yourselves, all right? And yeah, and if you do get sick, you just relax and rest and do something that gets your mind off and keep the mind happy, healthy. Watch positive things, do positive things, and you'll get positive results, all right? So, that's why we love this hobby, comics and collectibles and everything that we love to do, whether it's reading comics or books, or playing your favorite video games, you know what I mean? Collecting your favorite collectibles, we all share this hobby in common and everything that we like, and that's what's awesome about it, It could take us back to this cool place where we got no worries and we're just chilling, doing the thing we love, and that's what's the best part about it, So, everyone, take care of yourselves, all right? And we'll catch you on our year episode, which sounds crazy to say. And that's going to be awesome. So thank you, everybody. Have a great night and week. Signing off.